I get on here to play the Doug, stack my money up, I get off. That's it. I don't want to get on here and play sweaties all day. I don't want to play this to get better, nigga. I'm playing this to... This nigga John dumb as fuck. Page it. Man, ain't started fucking A-Rod. That's what these niggas be doing. No ball every fucking time. That shit be annoying. Can't even contest this shit. That's just so fun. I'll do it for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, man. What's wrong with you? Nigga John dumb as fuck. Bro, Steelers gonna lose tomorrow. You think lose?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. 22-yard line. It goes to Ingram. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Mark Ingram.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Boykin.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff off looking right. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to fourth down. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Texans 7, Ravens nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Ravens nothing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds an opening past the 40. He finds his target, Fuller. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
10-10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line.
Complete.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote goal, right? And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
The tackle
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the Texans' 37-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards, a first down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the 11-yard line.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Watson off play action. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing on second down, Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it's second down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
23-yard line.
On second and inches, Jackson. That is caught inside the 5.
Jackson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
The score, Ravens 21, Texans 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
48 for Mike. Watch the pass. 59.
Operating from the gun, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 46. Set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game. Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And here's Jackson on the option. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season, 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100%. In his rookie year, as head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played with throughout the season. Now they expect him to be 100% healthy. And when so, they'll see more of those plays that had everyone called him Hollywood in college.
1-yard gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Texans 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll They'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 4.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. On the option, it's Jackson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down, Ravens.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
It's a pickup of 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Jackson to sneed that time. First down, Baltimore. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Jackson, option right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone and the frustration of